Welcome to the RTV studio on the campus of Martinsville High School for another edition of Inside Martinsville Football. I'm your host, Nate Long. I'm joined alongside by, of course, head football coach Brian Duggar. How you doing today, Coach?
Hey, doing great. It's a great week. Glad to have an extra item here with us this week on the show, and more importantly, fall break. So we're excited. And plus, it's tournament time. It just keeps a lot of really good things going on.
Talking a little bit about this trophy right here. 13-6 win over Plainfield, taking that conference champs. Talk a little bit about how that game, a lot of rain.
Yeah. So obviously, Plainfield's a really, really good team. They're probably the favorite team in the conference this year, just talent-wise, loaded. I thought we played our best game of the year, especially defensively, in a rain-soaked game. Kind of made it tough on them. Overall, just a great accomplishment. Something that hasn't been done since 2009 here, and only the second time in school history to win a mid-state championship. Excuse me. Very proud of the kids, very proud of the program. Just one of those things that we talk about goals at the beginning of the season, and this is one of your goals to win the conference. But it's a tough one because it's a 7-week goal. It's something you have to do over 7 weeks, so it's hard to do. The talent in our conference is unbelievable. The coaching is unbelievable. There's 3 or 4 Hall of Fame coaches in our conference. It's just an all-around tough thing to get done, and I'm extremely proud of our kids for bringing home a championship and bringing home another trophy back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and let's look at those highlights, courtesy of Carva and Vandeventer.
Excuse me again. Again, it was wet. Like you said, more wet rain. Just kept raining all night long. I still don't think I've dried out from it. But I thought we came out, ran the ball well. I thought our defense did a really good job against a really big Plainfield front, just taking away what they wanted to do in the run game and trying to make them throw the ball in the rain. So that was big. There's a great play there. We got 3 guys in the backfield, 4 or 5, for a tackle for loss there, and it's just flying around, making plays, playing with confidence. And again, like I said, we kind of played like we had a little chip on our shoulder and had something to prove. We made some adjustments up front, allowed us to get AJ involved in the run game a little bit. We thought they were trying to really dial in on Braden a little bit, and if we kind of got AJ involved, we thought we might cause some issues, and obviously we did. Again, great game there by Benfield in the backfield almost all night. Just consistent level of play from our defense, and I thought our defensive line did a great job. Our linebackers, Mason Sismiak stepping up for an injured Damon Terrell this week, and we didn't miss a beat. So that was really good stuff. Again, though, this is our guy. Everyone knows it. It's who we want to give the ball to, and I still finished over 140 yards on 30-some carries. Finished with a touchdown. I think it might be right here. A good run here to give us our first touchdown, and kind of go up 6-0. I didn't like that we didn't finish 2 other drives in the first half. Kind of left some points out there on the board, but overall, I was really pleased with how we played. And again, that's the Vanderbush kid. Committed to one of the Eastern or Western Michigan. I can't remember which one. We kind of did a good job on him, keeping him dialed in and not letting him have big plays against us. And their run game is one of the best in the conference. Like they are consistently just running the ball on people, and I thought we held up in what was a game that forced them to run the ball. Again, wet, and more wet, and it just seemed like every time there was a break in the rain, it didn't even last very long. It was right back. And big play there by Poppy. Wish he'd have stayed to the sideline. I think he scores, as you see the entire escort there. But gave us the stop their drive right before the half. Kind of forced, again, 6-0 at halftime. And then from this point, our defense just kept doing what they did. I think, we consistently kept them on their side of the field in a game like that with the rain. That's really important because you're a bobbled snap, you're a bad punt, you're one of these plays away from, now you're at the goal line, and now they're punting from the 2-yard line. And that's, these games, it's really important to keep the ball on one side. And here's the play that kind of was the difference. Bad snap, kid has to run. We tackle him here at like the 2-yard line, and we're able to punch it in here in a play or 2 later. So just those are the types of winning moments you have to have in these rain-soaked games where, you kind of take advantage of what they're doing and try and put it in. I thought Josh was close there. Obviously didn't get in, but we'll get in here in just a minute with AJ again, getting him involved in there. They're really trying to take away Shrake and just kind of took advantage of it. So just kind of good work, good execution, kind of on the fly there, kind of switching something and easy switch up front. And you guys everybody did a really good job with it. I thought we also did a great job of keeping him on the run, keeping him from being settled. He's one of the better quarterbacks in our conference, and when he can set his feet and throw, I think he's top notch. And we did a really good job of making him go to second and third reads and getting pressure in his face. And again, like I said, I thought our defense was just lights out. Here's big play late, big sack there by Levi Reuter and Keene getting in there and just kind of forcing another punt, I believe, in that drive. But again, not a big throwing night for us. Wasn't something that was really in the cards. We were going to rely on Braden in our run game, but big throw there by AJ to Hunter Stroud. And it was nice to see Don Mercer kind of show up and show what he can start doing. I mean, first-year football player starting to figure it out a little bit, and if he can do stuff like that against the defense or offensive line that they have, there's back-to-back plays. If he can start figuring that out, he could be a force to reckon with up front. So I was real excited to see the growth in him. And then here's kind of the final play. They're going to chuck it up there to their guy, and we got 4 dudes right there to kind of go after it and knock it down. And we're going to take a knee, celebrate, signaling the victory formation stuff right there. And there it is, conference champs. It's kind of fun deal. And like I said, I don't think I've dried out yet. I think I've been wet all week from it, but totally an awesome thing.
Yeah, so conference championship is nice, but now it's tournament time, and none of that matters.
Yeah, we say it every week. We're big on the 1-0 philosophy, and the previous team doesn't care what you did. Plainfield didn't care that we beat Mooresville, and Silver Creek doesn't care that we won our conference. They don't care that we beat Plainfield last week. To them, that means nothing. They're chomping at the bit to play another week. They want revenge from the last time we were down there 2 years ago, and for them, it's always a big deal to play a Central Indiana opponent. As a Southern Indiana team, they want some pride to go against a Central Indiana opponent and kind of show that Southern Indiana football's is solid and good, and that's what they're trying to do. So, we got to focus on this week. It's great being conference champs, but it doesn't mean anything this week. It's all about going 1-0 and taking step 1 and surviving.
Yeah, talk about going 1-0. Silver Creek, it's at Silver Creek,
Yeah.
a long bus ride.
Yeah.
And Silver Creek's not a bad team, 6-3 on the season.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about how Silver Creek is as a team.
Yeah, I think they're a really well-coached football team. I think they're fundamentally sound. They're sound in their schemes. I think they don't play the schedule that we do as far as some of the teams that are ranked throughout the state. But that being said, they're 6-3, and you're winning 6 games. That's a big deal. So, like I said, I think they're well coached. I think they run the schemes on both sides of the ball that are sound. I think they've got 2 or 3 really good playmakers too as well. I think their running back's really solid. I think they've got a couple DBs that fly around as well. So we're gonna have our hands full as well. I mean, and most importantly, we talked about all week. We have a 2-hour bus ride. That's not normal for a Friday night, in the regular season, to have to get on a bus, drive 2 hours, and play a game. So thankfully for us, it's fall break. We'll get to leave a little earlier than we would if we had school, and we're just going to have to get out there and shake it out and play some football.
Yeah, and shifting more to the offense side of the ball for the Silver Creek.
Yeah.
Like a lot of tight ends, a lot of multiple running backs. Talk about how that is have to.
Yeah, they're you talk about multiple offense like we are. I really think they are a multiple offense. They're going to line up in power I. They'll be spread one play, come back to 2 tight ends. They'll throw 3 or 4 different running backs at you, and they're always doing sound things. They're always doing things that are it's really good football. And you can tell the kids play hard. They're bought into the scheme. They know what they're supposed to do. They know their assignments, which is a big deal. And they make you earn it. They make you finish, be gap sound. They make sure you finish plays, finish tackles, and kind of try to keep the ball out of the offense's hand a little bit.
And then flipping sides of the ball, defense side, they run a 3-4. We've seen that a couple times this year. Do they talk about how they do it a little bit, anything different or kind
So they're a 3-4 defense. What we've seen is kind of more of an old school 50, where they kind of walk both those linebackers up on the outside. But some of that may be predicated on the fact they've seen a lot of 2 tight end offenses or a lot of more power I offense themselves or other teams that they've seen themselves. Not really sure what we'll see as far as that goes, but the nice thing is, even though it's a 50 versus a the 3-4 Buckeye, what we call it, it's still going to be, our rules are still going to fit. So we've had a great week of practice prepping for it. I feel like you guys up front have done a great job understanding the different looks and different fronts. And like you said, we've seen the 3-4 multiple times. Whiteland runs it. Plainfield runs it. We kind of go through the whole list here. Bedford North Lawrence ran it early. Bloomington South ran it. Yeah. So we're really prepared for this defense. It's just going to be executing and getting the job done.
So what would you say would be the keys to the game for the offense?
Well, it's the same as it is every week. Martinsville can't beat Martinsville. We got to take care of the football, right? We can't have dumb penalties. You know, since the Greenwood game where we had 17 penalties, we've not had a game with over 4 penalties. So we got to keep that rolling. We got to continue to limit our penalties, not make mistakes with that, not make mistakes by turning the ball over. We got to know our assignments. If we're doing those things offensively, I feel like we're in really good shape. And offensively, we're just going to take what's given. Like that's what we do anyway. Whether it's running the ball, throwing the ball, we're going to take what's given. And as long as we're doing those things, I'll feel really good about Friday night.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but gap sound keys the game for the defense.
Yeah, we're going to have to play physical, number one. I think they're a physical team, but we've got to be gap sound and we've got to finish tackles. If we do those things like we had the last couple games, again, I feel like it's going to be a good Friday night for the Artesians.
Well, good luck to you, Coach.
Good luck to you as well.
Yeah, big thanks to Bo Dilly running it all back here since fall break. Mr. Meyer wasn't here, so Bo Dilly doing it all. Big thanks to you, Coach Egger, for being here as well.
Yeah.
Like we said, 2-hour bus ride. Games will still start at 7 at Silver Creek. Love to see a big crowd out there. You know, for Bo, for Coach Jagger, I'm Nate Long. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time inside Martinsville Football.